Whoa, big news from Germany. The political landscape has just experienced a seismic shift. The government, led by Olaf Scholz, has fallen apart. This coalition, which many hoped would bring stability and progress, has crumbled under the weight of its own contradictions. It was called the Traffic Light Coalition because it had three parties: the Social Democrats, like Scholz, the Free Democrats, and the Greens. Each party represented a different color of a traffic light: red for the Social Democrats, yellow for the Free Democrats, and green for the Greens. They just couldn't get along. Despite their initial promises of unity and cooperation, the ideological differences between the parties proved too significant to overcome. The Social Democrats wanted to help people and be careful with money. They focused on social welfare programs aiming to reduce inequality and provide a safety net for the most vulnerable. The Free Democrats wanted to keep taxes low and businesses strong. They believed that a thriving economy would benefit everyone, and they pushed for policies that favored entrepreneurship and innovation. The Greens wanted to protect the environment and use clean energy. Sounds good, right? They were passionate about combating climate change and promoting sustainable practices. Well, not so much. The reality of governing proved to be much more challenging than the campaign promises. They argued a lot, especially about climate change and how much to spend on the military. The Greens pushed for aggressive climate policies, while the Free Democrats were more cautious, fearing the economic impact. Then they had a huge fight about the budget. The Social Democrats wanted to increase spending on social programs, while the Free Democrats insisted on fiscal restraint. The Free Democrats said no more spending. They were adamant that the government should not increase the national debt. The others disagreed, and everything fell apart. The Social Democrats and the Greens felt that the Free Democrats were being too rigid and not considering the needs of the people. Scholz had to let the Free Democrat leader go, and that was the end of the traffic light. The coalition that once promised so much had come to a bitter end, leaving Germany to face an uncertain political future. This happened at a really bad time for Germany. The country, once known for its robust and resilient economy, is now facing a series of unprecedented challenges. The timing couldn't be worse, as the global economy is also in a state of flux, making it even harder for Germany to navigate through these troubled waters. Their economy, which used to be super strong, is in trouble. Factories that once buzzed with activity are now eerily silent. Shops that were always bustling with customers are now shuttered, and the industrial areas that were the backbone of the economy are now struggling to stay afloat. The slowdown in industrial activity is a clear indicator of the economic distress that the country is experiencing. Experts say Germany might not grow at all next year. This is a stark contrast to the steady growth the country has enjoyed for decades. Economic analysts are poring over data, trying to make sense of the stagnation. The graphs and charts paint a grim picture, showing a flat line where there used to be an upward trend. The lack of growth is alarming and has far-reaching implications for the country's future. Prices are going up, it's hard to get supplies, and there's not enough energy. The cost of living is skyrocketing, making it difficult for ordinary citizens to make ends meet. Supermarkets are struggling to keep their shelves stocked, and essential goods are becoming scarce. On top of that, the energy crisis is hitting households hard, with many people finding it increasingly difficult to pay their energy bills. The war in Ukraine made the energy problem much worse. The conflict has disrupted the supply chains and has had a ripple effect on the global energy market. Germany, which heavily relied on energy imports, is now facing severe shortages. The war has not only exacerbated the energy crisis, but has also added to the overall economic instability. Germany used to get a lot of its energy from Russia, and now it doesn't. The shutdown of Russian gas pipelines has forced Germany to look for alternative energy sources. This transition is neither easy nor cheap. The country is scrambling to secure energy from other sources, but the process is fraught with challenges and high costs. The statistics on energy imports show a significant drop, highlighting the severity of the situation. This means energy is expensive, and some people are worried about having enough to heat their homes. The high cost of energy is a burden on many households. People are taking to the streets to protest against the soaring energy prices. In homes, electric heaters are becoming a common sight as people try to find affordable ways to stay warm. The worry and anxiety are palpable. as residents fear they might not be able to afford to heat their homes during the cold months. Germany also has a rule about not borrowing too much money. This fiscal rule, known as the debt brake, is designed to keep the country's finances in check. However, in the face of the current economic challenges, adhering to this rule is becoming increasingly difficult. The government is in a tight spot, trying to balance the need for economic stimulus with the constraints of the debt brake. But with the bad economy and the high cost of switching to clean energy, it's getting hard to follow that rule. The transition to renewable energy is a costly endeavor, and the current economic downturn is making it even harder to fund these projects. The financial stress is evident, and the government is grappling with tough decisions on how to allocate resources. Germany might have a big debt problem soon. The debt clock is ticking, and the numbers are rising at an alarming rate. Financial analysts are sounding the alarm, warning that the country could be heading towards a significant debt crisis. The headlines are filled with grim predictions, and the sense of urgency is growing. If the current trends continue, Germany could find itself in a precarious financial situation, with long-term consequences for its economy and its people. So the Free Democrats started this budget fight. It was a bold move, one that has left many political analysts scratching their heads. The party, known for its liberal economic policies, decided to take a hard stance on the budget, leading to a significant political showdown. Many people are mad at them. The streets have been filled with protesters, and town hall meetings have turned into battlegrounds of heated debates. Citizens are frustrated, feeling that their needs are being ignored in favor of political maneuvering. They think the Free Democrats only cared about getting more votes, not about helping the country. This sentiment is echoed by political analysts on TV and in everyday conversations at cafes. The party's campaign efforts are seen as self-serving rather than genuinely beneficial for the nation. The Free Democrats haven't been doing well in the polls. Recent surveys show a significant decline in their popularity, with many voters losing faith in their ability to govern effectively. The poll results are a clear indicator of the public's growing discontent. Some people think the Free Democrats caused this crisis on purpose. The theory is that by creating a budget crisis, they could position themselves as the party willing to make tough decisions. This has led to intense debates among political commentators and within the party itself. They figured if they look like the ones trying to save money, people might vote for them. It's a risky move. The strategy hinges on the hope that voters will see them as fiscally responsible, even if it means short-term pain for long-term gain. We'll see if it works. Election day will be the ultimate test of their strategy. As people cast their votes and the ballots are counted, the Free Democrats will find out if their gamble has paid off or if it has backfired spectacularly. Germany is the biggest country in the European Union, so everyone in Europe is worried. The EU has a lot of problems: the war, the energy crisis, and some countries becoming more extreme. They need Germany to be strong and help solve these problems. Now, Germany is a mess and no one knows what will happen. Everyone in Europe is watching nervously. And to make things worse, Donald Trump is back as President of the United States. When he was president before, he fought with Germany and other European countries about trade and other things. He didn't like working with other countries. Now that he's back, everyone is worried he'll cause more problems between the US and Europe. Germany is already weak, and it will be hard for them to deal with Trump. It's not all bad news. Germany will probably have a new election soon. This means people can vote for a new government. Maybe the new government will have a better plan and can fix things. German people are usually practical and tough. They want a government that can help them. Germany is at a very important point in its history. The government has fallen apart, the economy is bad, and the world is a scary place. The next few months are very important. Germany needs a strong leader who can bring people together, fix the economy, and make Germany an important country in Europe again. It will be hard, but Germany has solved big problems before. Everyone is hoping they can do it again. Please like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever we post a new video.